It is a rainy day, a rainy Sunday. So I guess Easter, happy Easter, and just relax with the family, and enjoy the moment. The shop is closed. We respect Easter as a family day to stick together, same as Thanksgiving. So we will spend some time with the family, because for those fortunate to have a family, for those who understand the meaning of a family, every day we get to enjoy them. We really appreciate it. So let's go ahead and light up a cigar and talk about family. Hoy es un día para celebrar aquí en los Estados Unidos la familia. Aquellos afortunados que tienen una, saben el significado de la familia. Vamos a aprender un puro y conversar de la familia. So let's go ahead and start it. Let's go ahead and light up a nice Connecticut Robusto. My throat has been bothering me for the last 3 days. And it's just that allergy season here is being brutal. Even that I get my medicine shot on February, it doesn't bother my sinus, my nose, but you still get some effects of your kids bringing stuff from school. I have young kids. I have a beautiful family. That it keeps me going. And I wanted to share with you guys what do I mean by a beautiful family. Because when I spent a lot of time in Nicaragua by myself, I definitely stop time and reflect on life. A lot. I stop time and reflect on life a lot. Happy Easter, like I just said in the beginning. We close on Sundays, on Easter Sundays at the shop. We close for Thanksgiving. We close for Christmas, because I believe it doesn't matter the amount of money that we can make those 3 days. I want everyone to spend time with their families. We're not running a crucial operation that someone needs to be there. We don't have machinery that it needs to be supervised. We don't have a hospital. We don't have, we're not a fire station, which I really respect. These individuals that they devote their time while we are enjoying our families to make sure that they're available in case of an emergency. We don't have that in our industry. There's nothing that we really need to be there. So there's days in the year that they have a meaning for me that I learned from this great country. What's the meaning of it? And sometimes I don't have to really be too exact of what's going on, but I know it's family. It means to be with family, and we do it every Saturdays and Sundays. Every Saturdays and Sunday, we'll sit down as a family, have breakfast before I go to work, before my wife go do real estate. But Saturdays and Sunday we sit together. We try to once a week, when the kids don't have soccer, they don't have ballet, they don't have take that day off, a Wednesday or when I can't, and then we have dinner together here at home. We try to spend as much as we can family time, because I'm at a point of my life. I'm 44 years old. I'll be turning 45 pretty soon. That I understand a lot better what is my purpose with my profession and what is my purpose with my family, with my kids. I'm growing my kids for society. I'm growing my kids for society. They're not growing thinking that it's all about them or growing them for me to feel proud. I'm growing my kids for society, to somehow serve society, being really good at what they do. So family has a huge meaning for me. I'm at a point in my life that, of course, I'm hungry. I feel I have acquired a lot of experience through the errors, the mistakes I have made in the past. That's how you get experience. If you're always going through life trying not to make mistakes, you will never get experience. But besides that, I have in my mind, I keep thinking how we can prolong this beautiful thing that is going on, how we can keep making friends, serving others. If when I get to 120 years old and I leave Earth, I was just me. It was just about me. No, it's about my kids. It's about my clients. It's about my clients' next generation, so we can stick together for many years. And I think it's possible. I think it can be done, and especially with the amount of technology that we have right now, I think it's possible. So when I'm in Nicaragua and I'm by myself, when I get home, I get nostalgic, because getting home and not seeing your kids, not seeing your wife, and now her new dog, that he starts jumping and goes crazy when he sees me. I guess he knows I'm the sigma male, the alpha male of the house. So he goes crazy. It gets you a little bit nostalgic, that you get to your apartment and all you have is to talk to your wife through a screen, and if it's not that late, because most of the time I get to the apartment and it's really late for the US. It's still like 9 p.m., 9:30 in Nicaragua, but in here it's 11:30. So my wife is already asleep. But during the day, I love it. But during the day when I'm at work, when I'm at the box shop, and what is it that I do in the box shop? I'm not really putting boxes together. I'm not painting. I'm not doing anything physically. I'm guiding our new members. I'm spending time with them, same way I do it with my kids. I'm getting to know a little bit about them, and kind of share with them what is it that we're doing, what is our purpose right there on the box shop, how we are bettering an industry by bringing this type of technology to Nicaragua. And after you do that for a few hours, after you talk to them, after you walk around and talk to Naun, it comes into mind how much you miss your clients, how much you miss your customers, how much you miss them. Because the cigar lifestyle, the cigar industry is really, really small. You don't deal with general public. In the cigar lifestyle, the cigar industry, you deal with a really small percentage of the population. And it happens that that a small percentage of the population, they're great thinkers. They're not always in a rush. So it's really pleasant. It's really pleasant to spend time and have and Santiago was trying to come out. Santiago wanted to come out, and his mom didn't let him. Oh my God. He wanted to come and say something in the camera, and his mom didn't let him. Ay, my Santiaguín, my Santiaguín. So being a really small industry, you're not really dealing with general public. You're not selling shoes and everybody's coming in from different, walk of life. And cigars is amazing. The clientele is amazing. You learn so much from them. So when I'm back in Nicaragua, I miss my customers. I miss my clients. I miss being in the shop and someone come in and ask me about Nicaragua, ask me about how things are going in the industry. It makes me feel great when they make me to start talking about what I love. And they said and this weekend I got many different comments that I didn't know there was happening, and I really enjoy it. They said some of them, they said that when they go to the shop, it's pretty cool to get to know behind the scene what's going on in the industry, because I'm back and forth between Nicaragua here, and I share with them some of the things going on in the industry. Probably they don't read, they just come in to smoke a cigar, to enjoy a cigar, and they're not going to be on YouTube trying to find out where the cigar industry is. So coming to my shop and just spending some time with me and me sharing real quick what's going on with the industry, they said is really cool to know from the brand founder, from the maker, to know behind the scene what's going on and how things are done and why this is done, and get it straight from me. They believe I have a lot of knowledge. I've still got a lot to learn. So it feels good. This weekend there was many Ken, I know this is your favorite, and it's my favorite too, beginning of the day. I've been spotting on some of the Connecticut Robusto, that right at the end, when I'm kind of ready to pass the label, they fill the cap with some tobacco that it doesn't burn well, and the cigar starts stopping light, burning. I guess they put that leaf on the cap thinking that I was not going to keep going smoking the cigar. So I'm trying to research on the whole batch, the date that that practice was used. So I don't want to go away from what I was saying. This weekend, many people are being in Tampa, coming to Tampa because of the Lightning game, because being with family for Easter. So it was a great weekend for me, because I spent Friday, Saturday. Well, I was there the whole week, but Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I was at the shop. And it felt great because people will come in and go, wow, Oh my God, great to see you. I buy cigars online. I always follow you on social media. I came here 7 years ago, and since that day I've been smoking your product. Thank you for what you do. Oh my God. And when someone does it, you go, well, you know, probably he's exaggerating, you know. I'm not that good. I'm still in my beginnings. It's only been 10 years. You know, to master a craft, but you know, you need at least 30 years, 40 years. But when the second guy says the same thing, the third guy says the same thing, oh my God, you are floating. You're in heaven. You are in heaven. And that's why I believe being in a small industry, not to the general public, you only serve, you know, really unique individuals that are attracted because of their passion for life, for their profession, for family, to the cigar. They're part of my family too. I don't believe my family is, and this is something that I keep to myself, you know, because some people probably can't understand. But when I'm thinking family, I'm thinking my kids, how devoted I am to my kids, my wife, and my clients. Because if you think about it, it's a really small group. And I feel compromised, same way I feel compromised with my close family, my kids, my wife, the same way I am with my clients, my employees, because we are all serving a small group. It can be interpreted as a small family, as a big family. So today is a good day for me. My kids are riding bikes right now, and a little bit they will come out here when I finish, and we will keep spending time. We have breakfast. We watch some TV. I show some videos to them, how to do figurines. I really want to get into doing figurine souvenirs. I've been talking about that forever. I loved Lego when I was a kid, and I only had 2 sets of Legos. And I want to start doing figurines that kind of plasma, that kind of mirrors my customers, the people that I get to know, you know, when they laugh, I want to start doing figurines so we can have it in the shop, on the website, and you can, you know, we can send them on your order, on your online order. You can buy them online, and to remind you of your lifestyle, of your cigar lifestyle. A figurine that identifies with you, and you can put it on your desk somewhere that you can see it every day and remind you how much you enjoy this lifestyle. Gotta work more on my cigar. So family, there's a there's a different meaning, you know, as you grow up and you devote yourself to be close with people, in a sense that you see them every day, every season to the year, and you enjoy being with that small group of people. I don't think I will enjoy being a rock star, a movie star, because I will be with the general public, and I'm not fitted to be with the general public. I'm fitted to be with people I like me. People who take time to sit down, to reflect, to think. People who has values. People who enjoy this free, great country. You know, and this industry allows me to be close to that type of people. I don't think I will never ask for being famous. I remember as when you are young and you see the movie stars and you go, wow, you know, what would it be to be famous like that? But once you come to this country and you see the things that famous people go through, you know, and the pictures and the paparazzi, and then they don't have a life. No, I that childhood idea of being famous, it faded away. I want to have as many acquaintance, friends through the industry. I want to meet a lot of people in this lifestyle, clients in the industry, because it's a small. It's a small. You get to have time with your family. You get to have time to enjoy with yourself. And when you are in the field, working, when you are in the field, meeting other clients, you enjoy what you are doing. You enjoy what you are doing at that time, at that moment, which is smoking cigars and talking about cigars. And if you're talking about business, it's cigar business. If you're talking about life, it's life and cigars. So I'm in the perfect industry. And I have a close family and extended family that I really appreciate it. I guess God, I don't know if we were in the Easter mode, in the family mode this weekend, that God sent me the right people to make me feel so special, and I wanted to thank you guys. I wanted to thank you guys. People talked about being here 3 years ago, and they even described the things they saw on the store to make sure to let you know that they're not lying. Yeah, I remember I came here 7 years ago, and since then I've been buying cigars from you guys. And you, they were talking about Steve. Steve, he had a desk. He had a desk. I totally forgot that in our beginnings, we just had a old wood desk on the beginning of the store, and Steve would sit there, and then when people come in, he would stand up and sell from the humidor. It was like an old school, I don't know, mafia private club, something like that. So when they remind you that, you know the guy is not lying. You know, he's honest. And when they tell you, yeah, and I keep ordering online from you guys, and I was coming for the game, I brought my 4 friends, so he brought another 4 guys, and they all sit down to smoke cigars. Another guy, I get to the shop and I see a big guy with a nice long sleeve Igbo Rooster shirt, so I just walk behind him and say, hey, how are you guys? You need any help? He turns around and says, oh my God, the legend is here. Oh, I never thought. I got nervous, you know, because he was so excited to see me, and we established a conversation, and he says so many beautiful things about my brand that it kind of watered in my eyes. I said, God, you know, thank you. Because I tell everyone, I tell all of them, you know, my family, they love what I do. They believe on what I'm doing. But sometimes you take it for granted. And when a completely stranger has the opportunity to meet you and let you know how much they appreciate what you're doing, I go, thank you. You have no idea how much moments like this, experience like this, when I go home, when I put my head in the pillow and I think about life, how much this is what it fuels my passion to continue going. You look at the situation, you look at the political unrest that we have in this great country, you look at everything that is going on in the world, and you ask yourself, is this has any meaning? Are we going to continue going forward? But when people like this approach you and say these beautiful things, you go, no matter what happened in the world, I will continue in this direction, because I'm making someone's life a little different, because they're not just smoking my cigar. They smoking my cigar and thinking about this time that I spent with you guys in the video, thinking about someone out there cares, someone out there spend time thinking about how I can better my customers' experience. And it's not just, for me, it's never been just a cigar. I got tired of chasing money when I was younger, when I came from Cuba, and I said I want to do something that I can serve others and make their life a little bit better. So it's definitely making a difference. Thank you very much for letting me know. It was like 5 different individuals this weekend, through the whole weekend. They make sure to let me know of a great job that we are doing in Tabanero, and that that made me feel really good, really good. I'm also got really happy because Michael Masick from Havana Cigars. He called me and he showed me his shop, and I was really impressed because I get so many people calling me asking for advice, but I don't think even 1% they really execute. I don't know. I think it's Michael is the second one or the third that really execute. Second one, I think, that calls me and asks me many questions. Unless the people that call me and ask me many questions, they go and do it on themselves, and they don't get in touch with me again, which I don't mind. But Michael showed me around his new lounge, and I was really impressed. I was really impressed how he put everything together with the good taste, how he kind of understood through the long conversations that we had that if he wants to have a cigar establishment, to make sure he's designing everything about the experience, and to be clear, identifying who he wants to serve. You know, if he wants to be a cigar bar, a cigar store, a cigar lounge, what he wants to do. You know, what he wants to do. And he showed me around, and I was really impressed. And he's going to have all my support. I would take it personal to make sure that he succeed because I know I have inspired him a lot to do what he did by opening this shop, which is the grand opening is going to be on the 15th. And I will make sure to support him as much as I can because I know how is the beginnings. And I had, and I'm here, definitely I'm here because of the support of my customer, the support of my clients. But it wouldn't be that I'm here because a mentor, a cigar entrepreneur, give me a push, give me a hand. If I rely on that, I wouldn't be here. There's not that many out there. I can mention Ulysses Janis. Somehow, some way, how he do his business. He kind of mentored me a little bit. But what I was looking for, the way I wanted to serve others, there was no mentors out there to say, look, this is what you got to do. So I didn't have anybody to hold my hand and says, go this way. This is the way to go. So when I find people like Michael Masick, I feel compromised. To help him, to support as much as I can, because I want for him to succeed. And when the time comes and he needs to help someone else, I'm expecting for him to do it too, so we can keep this lifestyle alive. So if we don't learn how to compete with the online outlet, this will kind of disappear. Because if everybody's just buying online and smoking at home, how are we gonna get together? How are we gonna talk about life? How are we gonna have men's therapy 2 or 3 times a week if everybody's staying home? How are we gonna socialize? So we need to find a way that they're oasis, brick and mortars, that people can come together, smoke cigars, and talk about life. So I need to mentor as much as I can other colleagues in the industry and say, look, this has been great for me. This is how I've done it, and how I done it, and I want you to be successful too. I want you to be successful. Well, we can be intimidated because big outlets, we can compete with the specials. We can compete with the amount of cigars, the different brands, variety of brands that they have online. We can be intimidated by that. And now, if you're gonna be competing with them about the amount of different brands and pricing and specials, that's gonna be a bottle that I learned to choose my bottles, and if you choose that bottle, it's gonna be a pretty hard one. So you need to find a way how you build your family in your lounge, and how to make them accountable that for that lounge to succeed, they need to support you. And it's not just buying one cigars a week. They need to support you some other ways for you to continue. And it can be a hangout for good people, for a small family to get together and talk about life, enjoy life. So Michael, kudos for you, my friend. I really kudos to you. I wish you the best, and I'll be there behind you. So family. This Sunday, I'm spending time with the kids. I think they're already in, so I'm gonna spend time with them again, and probably get in the jacuzzi later on if it doesn't rain. They want to go to the pool. We have a beautiful pool right here in the community, but I just don't want to get out of the house. I would like to get in the jacuzzi, sit out there by the water, drink a few beers, and just enjoy the day with the family. Guys, thank you very much. Thank you for allowing me to share with you guys. And I missed last Sunday. I have family in town. They cut me on guard, and I was having such a great time Sunday that I make the mistake of not sharing with you guys what happened. But I wish you guys forgive me, and I make sure to continue doing it no matter what. Happy Sunday. My name is Yanko Maceda. I'm getting ready to start advertising on Cigar Snub. That is a big decision, but I believe that if we want to start manufacturing ourselves in Nicaragua, in our shops in Nicaragua, not in someone else's shop, not being careful, when you go into the shop, ask permission. Hey, can we go see the tobacco? Now it will be in my shop, and I'm gonna be making my cigars. I run things how I like it, how I believe they should be run it. We need to be able to keep everybody employed down in Nicaragua and keep growing. We need to do a little bit of wholesale, a little bit more. And to do a little bit of wholesale, we need more branding. And I finally realized that my clientele that is really supporting the brand at large, they're still on magazines. They're still looking at magazines. When the magazines arrive at my shop, this type of clientele is the ones asking, can I take a magazine? Can I take a magazine? They take them and they go through it, and I want to be present right there on that magazine. Why Cigar Snob? Because they're always on my shop. They support the industry right here in Florida a lot, and the rest of the country. And because I don't think the amount of money the Cigar Aficionado charge for an ad, it makes sense for such a small brand like us right now. Again, my name is Yanko Maceda, founder of Tabanero Cigars, where we believe in the enjoyment of craftsmanship that allows you to stop time reflect on life. And as soon as you start reflecting, for me, automatic, I start planning the future. Happy Sunday, happy Easter.